Madden NFL 24. And we'll get a look here at Josh Allen. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Steelers and the Raiders, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit.
Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. And he returns this to the 22. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 23 carries, 129 yards, and he threw a touchdown in there for good measure.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
And even though this is a top-5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
Play action. Here's Stroud. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Again on second down, it's Stroud. Touchdown! A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5". It's Josh Allen.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
And here's Allen. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down. And Stroud now to throw. Touchdown Raiders! A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This one complete to Lacey. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Here's Allen to throw it. And here's the former Raider wideout, Amari Cooper. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 2nd down and 3. Now Allen. A short one there, caught by Likely. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And again, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
B.J. Ojulari able to make the stop from the 24 now. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll get this one complete to Darden. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. Here's Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Allen going to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Well, he's certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heel.
Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. Laying himself out in the end zone. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the 2nd drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he fires one incomplete. T. Higgins is the intended target. And it's 3rd down. And right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200 plus right now. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The Raiders at 11-4 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Stroud to throw it. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken right around the 44. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud.
Open man is Higgins. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the Steelers' 46-yard.
Stroud.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Stroud looking to throw.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
On first down, Merritt.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Play action, now it's Allen. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now Allen off the bootleg. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. The Steelers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Allen going to try and keep it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Josh Allen keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive, because it was his arm that got his team down to that point. but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Here's Stroud. He's got his man on the crossing route. This is Higgins. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Down the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Allen's throw is complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Robinson up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Cooper here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. To throw, it's Allen. Into the hands of Darden. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Allen now looks to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
2nd and 5.
Here's Allen to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
That he is.
How about that? What about Young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stops right there.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. Stroud now on 1st and 10.
And he will find his man on the outside. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts.
Now Stroud.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Merritt. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He's still having trouble moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, so much for halftime adjustment. Sometimes the best adjustment you make is no adjustment. You just do things better. But in this case, I think an adjustment was in order. They may have to...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Open man is Higgins. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
It's a good at 6.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. To about the 35, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
first and 10. It's Stroud. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Stroud working out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now is Allen. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So out come the Raiders. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team, right?
And this is caught at the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance. And this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Stroud now on 2nd down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. The throwing again is Stroud. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
3rd and goal, Stroud. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
And this one is right through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On second down, it's Stroud. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Stroud. And a quick throw here that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Stroud looking to throw. Touchdown! Josh Jacobs from 10 yards out. And the Raiders will add to their fourth quarter lead. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
This taken in right around the goal line.
And just shedding him off there.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Allen now on first down. A short one there, caught by Likely.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And the Steelers first down.
Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Allen.
On target to his man, Likely.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 5.
Allen now looks to throw.
He'll get this one complete to Darden.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On the give, here's Robinson. Greg Newsome up to make the stop.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Patterson's kick is good.
And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Raiders.
Stroud to throw it.
And he'll find Hall. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Stroud out of the gun here. There's Hall bringing in another one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Jacobs from the gun.
Down to about the 45. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Now Stroud. That is caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Josh Allen in the offense now. Down by 10. A minute 44 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. This one complete to Lacy. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. To throw is Allen. And his throw here's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Throwing, Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The Raiders offense ready to go. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Raiders, they solidify their spot in the playoffs as they run their mark to 12-4 on the year. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.